Hello everyone, it's me Komantis, and today we got Mamoswine out. It's out in the streets, it's out in the Aeos Island, so be careful. Here's what you need to know about Mamoswine. First of all, you start at Swinub at level 1, then you evolve at Piloswine at level 6, and then you need to make it to level 10 so you can be Mamoswine. It's a defender. Let's check really quickly the moves. Level 1 to level 3 you get Ice Shard on the left, which as you can see is an area of effect, but we're gonna jump a little bit deeper later on, and Tackle, which is a dash. On level 6 you upgrade your first move, so you decide that Icicle Crash or Ice Fang. Both moves look very solid, but we're gonna check them later on. Level 8 you decide on High Horsepower and Earthquake. Both of these moves are a dash, and both of these moves also act as a hindrance, so it's also a pain for the opposing team. You slow or stun them. And at level 10 you eventually make it to Mamoswine and you get your Unite move. So let's check them out in game. Mamoswine has a green background, so it's a defender. Unfortunately, it took me some time to realize it. I was like, I thought this was an all-arounder, why is it with a green background? But it's actually a defender. So I might need to start playing it because most of the times I'm the defender for my team. Here we are, level 3. And let's start off with a passive. So you're gonna see the first auto attack is gonna do some damage. The second one is gonna do some extra damage. And the third one is gonna do more. And it leaves the opponents frozen. Check it as well on Lilipap. And then we do some extra damage because the opponent is still frozen, is still debuffed. So this is how your passive works. You do 1, you do 2, and the third attack is gonna leave them frozen, and then you're gonna be doing some extra damage here and there, and then you're gonna freeze them again, and then you keep on having the buff and applying more damage. This is how passive works. Pretty simple, pretty nice, helps a lot. So let's start with your first move, which is Ice Shard. So it looks like a Blastoise water spout, but it has different effects. You see it throws 3 of these things and then you leave the opponent frozen, so it means that you can do more damage. So you immediately apply the third hit, you know, like this one. You apply it with this. If you hit all 3 of them, then the opponent is frozen. Pretty simple, right? Next, we got Tackle. So Tackle is a dash. Boop. Every Pokemon needs a dash here and there. You know, most of the Pokemon have a dash. This is what you do. You just knock people on your way there. You're just throwing them up, actually. So it's a knock up. Boop. And this is what Tackle does. Also, let's check out if you can pass through walls. You can get through this wall. The next moves. So we're gonna start with the easiest move, which is Ice Fang. First of all, you can see Ice Fang is like a dash, but it's actually not a dash. It's just where you want your, your teeth to grab something. So you grab this, and then you decide where you wanna throw it. So when you grab something, the first thing that you're gonna notice is that you can throw it backwards or ahead of you. So you can't throw them to the right of you. You need to be like this. Let's say you wanna be like this. You need to move slightly to throw them top side. You can only throw it like 0 degrees or 180. There is no in between. Pretty simple. And also another thing that is very important on Ice Fang is that you get your passive up. So you can apply freeze to everyone. And you're also throwing them in a certain area. And also, in that certain area, you leave everyone frozen in there. So that means that you're doing more damage to them. Pretty helpful. A very easy way to grab the opposing carry and be like, you're gonna go on my team, and you just stomp him here. Or you can go for combos like Ice Fang, throw him back, Tackle, and he's knocked up and he's frozen. Or see, they actually are frozen. Now you're level 8. We're gonna go with High Horsepower just to check it out. As you can see, it's like a huge arrow and then there's a circle. So watch this. You're just stomping somebody and then you hit the ground very hard. Boom. And you do more damage. So you can go for combos like Ice Fang, throw him back, High Horsepower, and suddenly your opponent from here is all the way there. So you can displace very easily the opposing team, grab their carries, or you can do it the other way around. Let's say that you want to grab the opposing carry that is too far away, you just dash in, and then you grab and you throw them back to your team. Pretty nice combo as well. And now let's go for the Unite move. You're finally level 10, you're Mamoswine. So here's what your Unite move will do. You're gonna use it, you're gonna do a small dash, you're gonna be moving and then do damage. And on the last bounce, it's gonna do a lot more damage and knock everybody up. Pretty nice as well. Huge Unite move. It's gonna do a ton of damage and disturb enemies during team fights. Another thing that I forgot to mention is that with high horsepower, you can't get through walls unless it's this wall. For some reason you can pass through it. Check it again. You can get with the, I don't really know, it seems like it's not very like on point how you're gonna be using it, but it seems like you can pass through this wall with the second charge. Low-key it makes sense, so let me leave and try the other moveset. So you're here, you're level 6 and you get your Icicle Grass. So this feels like a War Turtle water spout, but actually it has a much bigger like area of effect that it happens. So look what happens. You use it, your passive procs, and after a short time, you do damage, and then a huge pillar of ice drops into the opponent. So check it out here as well. Boom, and you get this one, and then it procs and it does damage as well. So what this thing does is that, let's say that you're going with it, and then you tackle, it's gonna leave this path over here. I'm gonna do it again just for science. And if you break it, you move faster over here than here, which is the first thing. Also, this thing over here, if you break it, it leaves the opponents frozen. Okay, so you're going with it, you're breaking this, and the last icicle breaks, so you do extra damage. And let's check out the other combos that you can actually work with. We got high horsepower. It does a combo with this move, but it's similar to tackle. So we're gonna go with earthquake just for the sake of science. This is what earthquake does. You get a long jump. This is like heavy slam. Boop. Look at the center. This is where you're gonna be landing. It's the center of the circle, and everyone who's in there, it's gonna pull them towards you. So you can work with different ways with this. Okay, first of all, you can jump and then icicle grass, and because people are closer to you, it's gonna do a lot more damage. So what happens when you upgrade icicle grass is that with the last icicle, when this thing lands, it's gonna leave the opposing Pokemon unable to act. So it's like a stun for a short amount of time. Check this out. It's 2 seconds. And then the character is frozen as well, so it's pretty useful move. I don't know yet which composition is better, and when you upgrade the earthquake, you just pull everybody closer to you, and they're also slowed for a certain amount of time. So this is actually all the moves. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful and informative. Check out Mamoswine all by yourself. If you have anything that I didn't cover, please let me know. The Pokemon is very, very early out, and I'm trying to cover as much information as I have right now. That was it for today. Komantis out.